To avoid getting older, we can at least slow the aging process with the choices that we make, including our diet. Dr. Rebecca Kazin is Associate Director of the Washington Institute of Dermatologic Laser Surgery, and she is here this morning with culinary coach Kristen Cofield with a rundown of the best and the worst foods for our skin. Good morning to you both.
Hi, how are you?
Great. I think, we hear a lot of stay out of the sun, don't go into tanning beds, that kind of thing, but you can also do a lot of damage from what's inside.
It's true. I mean, we've known for a while now that inflammation in the body wreaks havoc. It causes heart disease. It can increase your risk of cancer inside the body. So it makes sense that what you eat can affect your skin as well.
Right. I think a lot of people, though, think of maybe, alcohol or caffeine as really zapping your skin. But you've got some interesting stuff here this morning that is typically what we think of when we think of healthy foods.
Exactly. Interestingly, a lot of patients are really trying to make healthy choices, but they need a little bit of direction because some things that you would think would be healthy maybe could be a little bit better.
Okay, so what are we talking about here?
So, these sorts of protein bars or energy bars, exactly, rice cakes, things like that. What they have is a lot of sugar, which, as you can imagine, so what sugar does is it causes something in our body called insulin to spike. When insulin spikes, we draw more sugar, glucose, into our tissues. They get stored. Also, that glucose sticks to our collagen that we want and breaks it down prematurely and causes wrinkles and things like that. Additionally, not every fat is the same, right?
Okay.
So we all try to eat low fat, but sometimes those lower fats are processed and what's called oxidized. And those oxidized fats generate something called free radicals, and those free radicals prematurely break down collagen and can also increase our risk for skin cancer.
So, even something as healthy as a rice cake doesn't do your skin any favors.
Exactly. I joke, like, why else would you eat a rice cake?
A great question. They taste terrible.
But those
cardboard
processed sugars cause that really quick spike. And that really quick spike causes the insulin. The insulin increases the glucose to be stored. It breaks down collagen and increases inflammation. So a lot of times patients don't understand, why is my rosacea flaring? Why am I having an acne flare? When they're doing these sorts of things, it's those sugar spikes.
Okay. And then what about drinks? What about when it comes to the liquids?
Well, I think the liquids are really the sneaky Pete here because there's so much sugar in all of these. And then even if you go with a diet soda that's got an artificial sweetener in it, that's as bad for you as real sugar.
Right.
Actually, it's worse because the body doesn't know what to do with the chemicals, so it basically stores them in your soft tissue.
But you've also got kind of, like a fruit drink here, a protein drink. I think people think, oh, I'm reaching for what's healthy.
Right.
It's a smoothie.
And this is where you really get tripped up. You think this is a healthy snack. This is actually, if you're going to drink this, it's basically a meal. But this also has, you're talking 55 grams of carbohydrate and 47 grams of sugar. So
more sugar in that than in a Snickers bar.
You're better out, yeah, exactly.
Honestly.
Exactly. So, it's really easy for people to make these choices and think they're making a good choice and then really pay the price.
All right, so this is the stuff we should be staying away from. What should we actually be eating to try and make our skin look healthier?
Well, if you want to swap out a bad drink for a good drink, I know a lot of people struggle with green tea, but green tea is fantastic for you. It helps with weight loss. It can be very tasty if you buy the right brand of tea. A lot of people like a softer flavored tea. These sencha teas are great. You add a little lemon, you add a little bit of honey, you can make a big pitcher of it, you can put it in your used vitamin water bottle and bring it to work.
Recycle.
And you can drink green tea all day. It gives you a little bit of a caffeine buzz. A lot of people like that because they've been getting that in their various beverages. One of my favorite things is green grapes. How perfect is this? You can just take this, make a bunch of these at the beginning of the week, take them to work with you, put them in your purse. Grapes have resveratrol in them, which is one of the super antioxidants that we associate with anti-aging. Do you want to?
Yeah. So we actually use resveratrol topically in the skin. A lot of products big cosmeceutical companies put resveratrol in their products. So ingesting it, that's why red wine is perhaps better.
Yeah.
Those antioxidants really increase blood flow to the skin, bring all those nutrients and oxygen to the skin. Very healthy.
But don't think that drinking a glass of red wine is going to make your skin look better. You need to go with
it's
the
just
grape.
a healthy choice.
but literally, this is a no-brainer. You know, buy some grapes,
very
put them in
simple.
little bags, throw this in your purse or your briefcase.
And then avocados, all the rage these days. They're on, I mean, it's on everything.
Well, avocados are fantastic. I mean, they are loaded with monounsaturated fatty acids, which are terrific for you. And they come in this, look at this great package. I mean, you can take this avocado with you anywhere.
Throw it in your purse.
And I'm just going to show you real quickly, you know, how easy is this? You know, you've got your avocado, you bring it to work, you put the half with the pit in it in a Ziploc bag and save it for later, and then you take this little half and just take your fork
and then just put it on
and
one of
mash
these
it
crackers.
up, and you can taste this. You know, find a good healthy cracker, mash this up, put a little bit of salt on it.
Nice. And not only good for your skin, but also avocado is good for your hair and nails.
Hair, skin, nails,
Exactly.
Dr.
Everything.
Kazin.
Because those fats in there are very moisturizing, so they're hydrating.
Real quick before I let you go, Dr. Kazin, I wanted to ask you about the link between dairy and acne. Is that something else that there is actually a link?
Yes, because those milk proteins also cause those spikes in insulin, which are inflammatory. And so we do see it. Now, not everybody has that direct link, but there are plenty of patients, if you truly ask them to keep a diary of what they've been eating around their flares, a lot of times it is increase in dairy and sugar.
And then don't forget that lactose is milk sugar. So you are also getting sugar. Any of the OSs are sugar, glucose, lactose.
All right. Ladies, thank you both so much. Appreciate it. Great advice, great tips. Thanks so much. 8:24 is your time. There's still much more Good Morning Washington to come. Stay with us.